You must be the one Radithax spoke of. Our agents owe you their lives. Indeed. The Dominion is searching for an Ayleid artifact, the Relayus Lore Keystone. Radithax believes it's too powerful to fall into their hands. The citizens of Murkwater that weren't killed in the invasion are being forced to excavate for it. Take this whistle. Our first priority is to save Murkwater's people. When you locate them, use the whistle to signal my agents. They'll take care of the rest. The Dominion took particular interest in a local scholar named Haj Tum. She was spotted, accompanied by 2 guards, headed to the eastern Ayleid ruins. I believe Haj Tum can lead us to the Keystone. You can't see the work we do from the shadows. However, this operation would be doomed if it weren't for you. Ask Nuisha to lend you one of her agents. The Keystone is a relic that can tap into the power of Loriacel, an Ayleid ruin here in Shadowfen. If someone obtained all the Keystones, they'd have control over Loriacel, and that would grant them immense power. The Ayleids kept the Keystones separated. One was hidden in Relayus Lore, the ruins you see around Murkwater. The Dominion must have learned this, and sent a force to recover it.
Who are you?
Follow me closely. I'll keep you hidden.
What's going on?
Escape with me now, while no one is looking.
Shadow scales. I guess it's my lucky day.
What is this? I'm here to help. Do what I do and no one will see.
Who's there? I didn't kill your Dominion friends. I warned them, but they didn't listen.
You came.
I thought no one would come for us. I've searched many years for the Keystone, and had a breakthrough before the Dominion arrived. I tried to mislead them, but they found my notes. It should be in one of the chests we unearthed. Be careful as you open them. An ancient evil guards the Keystone. Find the keystone first, and worry about me second. Who knows when Dominion reinforcements will show up? I have new orders from Paleheart. Come speak to me at the excavation site. Don't worry about Haj Tulm. I'll patch her up. Did you find the keystone? Paleheart is eager to proceed. Very good. Paleheart will be pleased. Are you ready to take back the town from those Dominion scum? We've learned that the Dominion brought a large shipment of crystallized fire salts. These salts are highly flammable. We want you to assault this ship, collect the fire salts, and then spread them around the river. If that's not enough, why not kill their leaders? Velalaya and Kasardro command the Dominion forces from the ship. Now is our best chance to create confusion among their ranks. The Shadow Scales are going to systematically kill every Dominion soldier we can get our hands on once the river is on fire. We are currently studying their troop movements and getting our agents into position. Light it up!
You've done excellent work. Our agents are in place. All that's left is to set fire to the river. Once the river is ablaze, we'll strike hard from the shadows and take back Murkwater. Are you ready? You should have the honor of lighting the fire after all you've done for us. I've stacked up a pile of wood. Light the remaining fire salts and set everything ablaze. Paleheart requested you return to her. Leave the fighting to us, and we will live up to your previous example. Now light the fire. Show them how shadow scales return a favor.
I could hear the fire salts exploding from here. Good work. My agents will make quick work of the Dominion's forces. Now, to end this, do you still have the Relayus Lore Keystone? Radithax and I think you should be the one invested with the power of the Relayus Lore Keystone. The only way to acquire it is by absorbing the stone. Radithax knows the ritual. Because the Shadow Scales know you're someone we can count on. Someone who sees things through to the end. You deserve to possess its power. Are you ready to begin the ritual? Radithax, if you will.
Of course. May Sithis watch over you, my friend.
Radithax, are you hurt?
I'll be fine. I have the marsh in my veins.
You and the Keystone are now one. Its power resides within you. You'll know when the time comes. By now, my agents should have retaken Murkwater. They'll be celebrating in the village as we speak. If you're leaving soon, I'd like to ask a favor of you. Take word of what we've accomplished to Azenar and Hismir. They know the situation here at Murkwater, so they should be informed. It's not far from here, just to the northwest.
Not there. Like it... Rajin, Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jacos, I thought you were one of them. This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while. Step light. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the ears. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. If you think it best, Zara agrees. Your help is needed to supplement Zara's cleverness. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal? If it is big, leave it. And sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry. You will be paid well. Step light. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. There. Zara was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of Ascension is ours. Travel to Alten Koroman to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
Light it then!
Do you have the poison gas? Quickly now, give it to me.
Marius has grown very impatient. I'm almost certain he'll use the poison for personal gain. It can't fall into his hands. I'll get it as far away from Marius as possible. You've saved numerous lives today. Marius, I'm onto your treachery. You won't get the poison. Thank you for entrusting the poison to me. I'll dispose of it safely.
If you set foot in Cyrodiil again, you're dead. Do you hear me, Rhea? Dead!
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools? I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost it gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back? But that wouldn't be any fun. No fun at all. Come now, play a game of riddles with old Akishan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the loot. Excellent. This will be fun. Let me know when you're ready to hear the first riddle. Good. Here it is. Dripping crimson, it washes across battlefields. Both friend and foe fall in its wake. The few who defeat this undying enemy surrender to its cold embrace. Wrong. Come back when you're feeling more clever. Are you prepared to hear my riddle? Good. Here it is. Dripping crimson, it washes across battlefields. Both friend and foe fall in its wake. The few who defeat this undying enemy surrender to its cold... Ha! Perhaps that was too simple. Are you ready to hear the next riddle? Prepare yourself. It runs smoother than rhymes. It falls but cannot climb. It trembles at the lightest touch, yet can carry the heaviest of burdens. Its sweetness soothes the spine. What is it? Haha, correct. You're good at this. One riddle remains. I hope you're prepared for it. Ah yes. This should get you thinking. Destroyer of kings and maker of merchants. It brings high men low and low men high. A wise man's vice, a fool's folly. Excellent! That is the very riddle upon which Iraninin lost his loot. His greed cost him his most prized possession. As promised, here is his loot. I hope this experience has taught him the price of greed.
you get my loot from Arkishan? By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood! I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back, and more, when they hear me play in Stormhold. Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his looter soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly. You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend.
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemekek's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
If you're another Dominion retainer come to mock our hatching ritual, we won't stop you. Not that we have a choice. The Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We continue to prepare for the hatching. They haven't stopped us from that yet. As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. But endangering yourself on our behalf isn't something I can ask. Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of first light and setting sun. As you walk amongst the Dominion, listen with care. We must know if they mean us harm. And look for Assistant Lixith. If she still lives, inform her I'll need her assistance.
relieve this muckwallow for good.
They're almost like the spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
What part of no survivors don't you understand, Private? These savages are the enemy. Once they complete the ritual, they die like the rest. If you're so keen to argue, talk to the alchemist. It's his order.
Have you come to stop the Dominion soldier who devours my kin? Keeper Uzathay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I'm sworn to the shell, I will not allow him to harm another. What good is the hatching ritual if these despicable fools eat our young? Tell me what platitudes would Keeper Uzathay say to that? This dry skin must be stopped for good. Make the egg he consumed his final meal. Spill his blood upon the ground where it may feed the roots of future generations. Show we fight to protect our young. He must pay for his crimes.
this? I'll eat her young.
I must be cursed.
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. Tell me, what have you learned of the Dominion's plans? There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done with this place. Something sinister is at work, but we have no time. The hatching will soon begin. Then there is hope. As the hatching approaches, the Dominion will likely observe the ritual. Would you stand with us, despite the danger? Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they... No, this cannot be. What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all. The Hist. Our link is gone. I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion waited, to see if the hatching would fail. Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. You saw what it did to Ahate. The same will happen to our unhatched eggs. I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. It must be done. Save the unhatched eggs. Keep the eggs from the void. Protect our future. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void.
The mist. It's killing the eggs. Save the eggs. Dominion, they're coming.
He's gone. He died for the eggs. Did it work? Are they safe? Some, you say? They murdered our hatchlings, our children. Why? But you saved some. That is... it's a good thing. It must be a good thing. Then the danger is graver than I thought. The Nemec egg bears the memories of the Hist. Severing our link is the least they could do with it. Come, we must leave this place. Vice Cannon Servina. Thank the Hist.
What happened? If Assistant Talixus is with you, where are the others? Then we're too late. Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hismir where they'll be safe. You handle yourself admirably against such odds. The Dominion would have killed half a generation of Argonians without your help. What of the Namek egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it? Then we know why Rúvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Namek egg to their homeland, they prevent every Argonian hatching ritual from afar. I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Hatamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Aliad ruin called Loriacel. Hurry there and tell her what you know. If you'll excuse me, I have vermin to clear from the hatching pools.
The Kaguti walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. Then wooden wasps would fly, bringing the Gwar down to the mud. The Kaguti gore the Hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. The Gwar watch the Kaguti, but do not understand. A weapon once gifted to the Wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the Hist's dreams. Tree blood burns, and Tree dies a lonely death removed from its sisters. The Gwar thanks the mighty Wamasu for its mercy. The Kaguti thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison, but the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Kaguti who burned its blood. The Kaguti think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Kaguti are brought down to the mud. The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully in which to wallow. These are what the Gwar needs. Leave conquest for the Kaguti.
My stomach. If you're here to complain about that Dominion soldier, I've heard everything already. Murkwater, that poor village. I hope the Shadow Scales made the Dominion's conquest a costly one. You confronted the Dominion at Murkwater? We have a similar problem of our own. The soldier in question, Captain Hanamo, announced himself and his intentions to undertake the trials of the Burnished Scales. By holy tradition, pilgrims who declare themselves may not be harmed. The Hist alone decides his worthiness through the trials.
Get the Dominion scum out of here!
Pilgrims have gone missing since...
Those who complete the trials may commune with the Hist. I don't know why this interests the Dominion, but I fear it is no good for Shadowfen. Perhaps you could find out yourself. Take the trials and keep an eye on this enemy of our people. Chimate presides over the trial of the mind, the first challenge. He'll administer the trial to any supplicant. All are as one within the Hist. To be as one requires discipline. The trials prove your commitment. They also test your body and mind. We must see if you're capable of surviving the process without dying or going mad.
Where could they be? The pilgrims were supposed to arrive hours ago. I expected some pilgrims from Forsaken Hamlet today. With the trials at hand, I must stay here. And none of the other route stewards have the time to search the Northeast Road. If you're headed that way, would you look for them?
Say for this next trial I'll need to run. Fine.
Why would someone steal from them? Who would take the relics? Their only value is historic. 3 simple stone pieces, part of our heritage. No jewels, no gold, nothing a dry skin could value. Theft isn't unknown in Hismir. But it's rare enough I wouldn't know where to start looking for the culprit. Such ardor, you might consider undergoing the trials of the Burnished Scales if you haven't already. I would welcome any help. I stored the relics in this cart. Perhaps one of the pilgrims observed something I did not. I'll remain here to protect what relics are left, to guard these pieces of our heritage. Such a strange thought. Our history, carvings, keystones, and bits of Hismir itself. All of it rough old stone. Every season, we take them to our pilgrimage sites. They have no value to anyone but us.
There's an urgent task for you.
You made it! I wasn't sure if you would. I haven't had a drink in days, but if you've got the ingredients I need, it's time to celebrate. Give me the meat, quietly. Vinaza is here and he's suspicious. But if he doesn't see you pass me the ingredients, he'll have to admit I won the bet.
What a fortuitous event, meeting you here. I hope your hunting went well. Settling a bet with my friend Angwe. She disparulted my profession, and I mean to see that she is properly punished. You know something about our wager, I believe.
You made it! Give me the meat, quietly. Help? You saved me from a fate worse than death! What that Argonian had planned, well, you'll see. The claw's on the other foot now. Please, take this reward. It's not much, but you've earned it tenfold. All right, you lizard. Here's the meat I collected. Pay up.
Angwe is a hunter of great skill. She always gets her quarry, and she always will. Oh, the humilitude.
Pilgrim, the trial of the mind awaits below. Your goal is simple. Show you comprehend our past.
What? The pain's gone. I feel strong again. Fully healed. Where's my father? I must go to him. Dead? Then the guides told the truth. Thank you for my strength and my life. I'll visit Malak's fury upon our clan. They'll pay the blood price for abandoning my father and me. When I leave this place, I will need all my strength. I thank you for my life. Mazgash, daughter of Gordag, whose blood is Malak's by honor and strength. Through our shared blood, his strength is mine. Return to my clan's stronghold. Depose Glurig and exact the blood price for my father's death. If they'd marched with him, he'd still be alive. My people would still have a worthy chief. Glurig told them a woman was not worth the effort, no matter her strength. According to my sister, Glurig seized power when we left. She sent word he'd even taken my father's wives for his own. Coward. He dared only with my father gone. Why do you bother me? I have troubles. Troubles. I saw nobody, but during the later watches last night, I woke when I heard someone running to the east. Perhaps it was the thief?
The winds carry strange seeds to Hismir. Will they take root? I heard a strange noise by her cart. I saw one of my people wearing a red jerkin, and that's all I know. I had nothing to do with it. Whoever it was ran to the east. That's all I know. Pilgrim, the trial of the mind awaits below. Your goal is simple. Show you comprehend our past. Communing with the Hiss teaches who we were before, makes us what we are now. To remember our ancestors' deeds is to know ourselves. Learn of our past, and act with what you gain. You conquered the trial of the mind. Faster than Captain Hinamo, might I add. Perhaps he's not suited to feats of intelligence. Your next trial is that of the heart, where unnecessary distraction and digression lead to failure. Follow the well-traveled path marked by statuary. Speed is of utmost importance. Nazooks awaits you at the finish. Are you ready?
Someone, please help me. Please, I need your... So embarrassing. I twisted my ankle during my trial. Would you walk me back to his spear? I can't make... Please, I need your help. So embarrassing. Someone, please help me.
I've waited for you. You've undertaken the trial of the heart. You did, but that was not the true test. Was achieving your goal worth leaving behind someone in need? Know that great lightning feeds the Wamasu well, but many reeds burn in its wake. Without reeds, the Gwar cannot feed. Without Gwar, the Wamasu starve. Be careful what is seared by your lightning. The trial of the Fang remains before you. You must fight while at great disadvantage. Bimikas will assist you in your preparations.
Another pilgrim? So few today beyond yourself and that Dominion soldier. Are you ready for the trial of the Fang? I do. It's quite simple. Defeat any of these warriors in single combat to pass the trial of the Fang. Oh, and you must drink poison. Nothing permanent, just something to dull your senses. Here, when you feel the poison's fire in your veins, challenge any warrior to single combat. Go prove yourself ready for the Hist.
It has been some time since my claws were last tested. Will this be the next? Your sickly pallor comes from root rot poison. Excellent. I accept your challenge, and I offer you the honor of first strike. Enough. I yield. You fight like Wamasu.
I see no lingering effects from the root rot poison. Aren't you a hardy one? Yes, and you did it well. Few make it past the trial of the mind, let alone all 3 trials. They're necessary to prepare one's body and spirit for what comes next. Good. I've prepared Hist sap in the bowl beside me. Drink it when you wish to commune with the Hist. It is different for every pilgrim who drinks the Hist sap. You may speak words or think thoughts that aren't your own. When the Hist shows all it wants you to see, find Kamax A at the highest tier of our pyramid. He'll help you interpret your visions.
My love, I found the right mixture. You've heard it before, I know, but this time I feel it in my scales. Drinking this will allow all of us to commune with the Hist. We'll regain what our people lost. I guess it's now or never. The Hist is in my mind. So strange. I must...
Years of work, and it all comes to this. I almost don't believe it. You should be the one. You communed with the Hist, refined the amber. Placing the Zot stones was enough for me.
It
worked. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I must tell the others.
The Kothringi are upon us. Quickly, activate the Zot stones. Such power, were it ever to fall into the Kothringi's hands.
defeat me anytime. I need defeat you only. You've done nothing, mortal.
Return. As Root Steward, I must say your vision remains a secret of the Hist and yourself. But for myself, I must ask, what did you see? Zotstones. The Hist may be showing you a way to defend Hismir against some future threat, but I have not heard of Hist Amber in an age. You should speak with Kamaxe. If anyone knows, he will. Gone. Whatever the Hist showed him, he was in a hurry to act. Perhaps his people are threatened as well.
The look in your eyes. You've communed with the Hist, I see. You and the Dominion Captain make two outsiders in one day. A portent if there ever was one. Fruit of the Hist. Its magic once powered the Zotstones, protecting us from our enemies all those years ago. But the Hist haven't borne fruit in an age. Why do you ask? Oh no. Captain Hinamo also asked about the Hist Amber. Then he left here in great haste. If he possesses any amber, he could use the Zotstones upon the Root Stewards, the Pilgrims, everyone in Histmere. Why would the Hist show him this vision? To ward the western ruins. If you find any Hist Amber, keep it from Captain Hinamo's hands and return it as swiftly as you can. Should the Dominion plan to capture Hismir for themselves, I must prepare a defense. I pray the Hist Amber is lost to the ages. Captain Hinamo must not control Histmir's lost power. The Hist cares not for kingdoms or politics. It shares what we have forgotten. How we use its gifts is our doing.
Kayak, do you make a habit of barging into houses? I know nothing about stolen relics. Now get out of my house. Wait. Some high elf pilgrim offered my tail's weight in gold for those things. But after he saw them, he said they were useless. Take the relics. I want nothing to do with any of this.
Did you recover our stolen relics? Are relics stolen by one of our own? He knew their lack of worth to outsiders. Perhaps his eggs spent too much time in the shade before his hatching. No matter. It's enough you returned them to us.
Have you found any signs of our missing pilgrims? What would the Dominion gain by keeping pilgrims from the trials? It is...
One side is back.
There's nothing the hiss doesn't know. Its roots go deep. Very deep.
You have not pleased the Hist today. Rather, you fulfilled the Hist's expectations. A subtle distinction, but necessary to comprehend the Hist. You unlocked a secret from our past. One so well hidden we didn't see it ourselves. We'll retain this memory until it is lost once more. Then, in a time of great need, the Hist will reveal your deeds to our descendants.
Vice Canon Haytamine asked us to watch the southerly approach. The Dominion seemed determined to get to Loriacel, no matter the cost. The Vice Canon took it upon herself to find out why. Vice Canon Haytamine's contingent left to investigate the Dominion presence in Loriacel. A short time ago, Lamia boiled out of the ruins. How can I assist the hero of Ten Marwalk? Then you must inform Vice Canon Haytamine immediately. She left for the ruins above to scout the aftermath of a battle between Dominion and Lamias. Go quickly and quietly.
The Dominion stirred up the Lamias nesting within Loriacel. Keep your voice low. I understand they're quite sensitive to sound. You were the one ray of sunlight to shine upon Ten Morwalk. Come brighten my day. I'd smile wider than a slaughterfish at your success, but I suspect Ruvatar's plans involve using the Nemic egg for an unspeakable horror. Go on, then. Speak it. That's all? Then we must stop him, and quickly. Search the remains of this camp for any indication of Ruvatar's whereabouts. I'll rally the soldiers and prepare to assault the ruins. Be swift. More Lamias could boil from the ruins at any moment.
Have you seen Vice Cannon Hademin? Our scouts spotted the Dominion's main force. The Dominion retreated into the ruins after the Lamias tore them apart. If we strike while they're bloody, we can pay them back for 10 Marwalk. Then we must learn where the crocodile rests its head, so we can crush it in one blow. I shouldn't ask, but after 10 Marwalk, I must. If we knew Ruvitar's movements, we could end this abruptly. Would you do us the honor of finding the crocodile's lair?
Hungry snake lady's return. No! They've left Kazdi to die! Cursed brute Vitar! Brute Vitar sealed us out. Kazdi's fellows all dead, killed by dirty snake ladies. No doubt this Pect soldier kills poor Kazdi now. This questions, not blades? Yes, merciful Pect soldier takes pity on Kazdi. Ruvitar took his big glowing egg behind that door and sealed it up. He's like a spider wearing a sash. Treat with respect, salute often. But Kazdi knows, still a spider. No, a high elf. But he does awful things to swamp lizards through their special trees. Poisons them like a spider's bite, see? Ruvitar uses his big, glowing egg to destroy swamp lizards behind a door, like a clawless coward. That is all Kazdi knows. Open sealed door, squash Ruvitar flat, wash foot. Kazdi can help open the seal. Ruvitar bragged of defenses so often, Kazdi knows them like her own whiskers. Kazdi can show you how Ruvitar sealed the door. He blamed Dominion soldiers for not finding keystones to seal the ruin, but refused to let us search. Too much time poking swamp lizards in the chest with his knives. Coward. Ah! Pect soldier is clever indeed. Then this will be so very simple, yes? Come, we must activate a crystal. After, Kazdi will show merciful, kind friend where the keystone fits. Simple. Kazdi wishes to stop the clawless high elf who kills swamp lizard babies and leaves Dominion soldiers to die. And see elsewhere again, maybe. If Kazdi shows you how to remove seal on door, you splatter Ruvitar. Deal? Lead on, friend of Kazdi. Ruvitar drew power from 3 Iliad crystals to seal the door. If you activate the crystals, they take back their power from the door. Then, you open the door and wallop Ruvitar.
Simple, yes? The first one is near the sealed door. The others are in the same room, but held up high in claws. Fear not, merciful friend. Passages lead to the claws through hordes of angry dead and countless snake ladies. But Kazdi keeps light on her feet.
So much death. My students, my egg siblings, none survived the Dominion's experiments. Now the Lamias take their bodies for food. Please, help me recover their bodies so they can return to the Hist. Dominion soldiers brought us here for that alchemist's experiments. Ruvitar, I heard them say. None of my students survived. And now, the Lamias took their corpses. A shadow scale freed me and offered to recover the bodies, but she needs help. Then work with Aquinas. She'd have the bodies already if the Lamia cave didn't stink of death. She's blind, you see, but still a shadow scale. Mark the bodies with this paste. She'll track the scent and sneak the bodies from the Lamia cave.
Now your keystone removes the rest of the barrier. See where it fits?
He found another to help. Praise Sithis. Another body. Thanks for lending your sight. Mahi regains his spirits. I slipped Mahi past the Lamias. Go, speak to him.
The bodies of my egg siblings were desecrated by the Lamia Queen. Until they're whole, I cannot return them to the Hist. Aquinas brought the bodies to me, but they are mauled, broken apart. What was stolen must be returned, or their angry spirits will haunt Loriacel until the void takes us all. The Lamia Queen did this. I am sure of it. I saw her flaunting them as trophies. Slay her and bring what you find to me. Aquinas and I return to the antechamber with the bodies. I'll wait for you there.
my blade shattered. What bears a knight with missing means? Only despair. A theft unparalleled. Finery. Purloined, no doubt. Grovel suitably for your crimes, and I may behead you apace. What madness! I, bereft of weapons and arms, and a slave, dare speak? Be you a dream spirit sent by the Enchanter to test my resolve? Very well, foul wind. We away to my liege. I'll waver not from duty, despite the Enchanter's ploy.
You bear the implements of my thralls, yet skin and sinew drape your bones. You're more than a wandering collection of ritual components. But what precisely?
What treachery! The Enchanter claims my liege lord's chambers. How could this... By Meridia's light, I recollect it. The Enchanter decreed us slay our liege lord. We gave chase, our blades flickering like fading Vala stones, and... Though the Enchanter overthrew my liege lord with trickery, my oath binds me true. I must obey him as my new liege lord. You awaken a truth long since dead. Leave me to my misery, slave. Still your tongue, lowborn. Think not to abscond with the Enchanter's phylactery, nor any other treasure within these walls, or so my oath compels me to say. Such wisdom in a slave. My oath was to forever bear arms and armor in the name of my liege lord. Your plunderous ways freed me from mystification. I swore to my liege lord, not the Enchanter. This travesty ends now.
How dare you stand in my presence? Show deference to your new liege lord.
I deny your claim upon me. Begone, foul trickster! I sense the Enchanter banished, but only for a trice. He shall return to mete out weighty punishment. I cannot destroy the phylactery, but I beseech you do so. End the source of the Enchanter's hold upon us. If Meridia favors me, Enchanter shall perish with the source of his power. Your thievery must be held account, but leniency is in order. Perhaps a finger of your choice? Slave, tell me true. Do I seem vigorous and lively? The world seems indistinct. And you are no slave, and I am no longer a knight. But I discharge my oath in spirit as in flesh. What knight can hope for such fortune? Meridia, guide your hand true upon the phylactery.
It's no use. Unless they're whole, the spirits of the departed can receive no comfort. They say Lamias can talk, if they wish it. From what I've seen, they're little more than beasts. Please restore what's missing to the bodies. I'll guide their spirits back to the Hist.
I rejoin my egg siblings in the Hist.
You've led me back to moisture. Hist be with you.
I bring memories of your aid to the Hist.
I hear the Hist. Am I free?
It's done. My students return to the Hist. Once the fighting dies down, Aquinas and I will reunite them with the swamp as a fallen leaf returns to soil. I'll not allow the wounded to become food for Lamias. Pact or Dominion, I don't care. None deserve such a fate.
Durant Newly Mullum said I'd find you inside. I knew to expect you, but not one of Ruvitar's soldiers. I take it she's your prisoner? You've interrogated her, yes? You'll forgive me for not thanking one of Vice Canon Rondar's murderers for turning her coat. But the Khajiit is your prisoner. What would you do with her? You can't be serious. The Dominion stole our soldiers' skins, murdered a Vice Canon, and destroyed Argonian eggs at the hour of their birth. Beheading would be leniency. Set one of these Dominion criminals free after the terror they brought to Shadowfen? Ruvitar plans to end the Argonians as a species. You earned my trust at Tenmar Walk, but this is too much to stomach. Clever. They'll consider Ruvitar's experiments an extravagant waste of resources and focus their attention elsewhere.
I'll escort the Khajiit from the ruins and meet you inside the inner bailey. Rúvitar won't see another sunrise. Wait. Should only one of us walk from these ruins, you must allow me to thank you on behalf of Shadowfen citizens. Sithis guide your steps in the darkness, and refrain his embrace until you will it. I must be sentimental in my old age. All this death weighs upon me like a second set of scales, yet there is more of it ahead. Are you ready to show Rúvitar he cannot break the pact? If you have the chance to capture him, we could put him on trial in Stormhold. Make him answer for all he's done. But I'm happy to fit his head for a pike. As I believe Vice Canon Rondar would say, stab the elf in his crumpets.
No! I clearly unlocked its secret! You'll make a fine test subject!
We should feed Rúvitar to Wamasu, but for now, let's recover the Nemec egg. Zuth! What has that monster done to the Nemec egg? I'm almost afraid to touch the Nemec egg. Are we too late? You can't hear the noise? Piercing like flesh flies roosting in your ears? And the smell, like moss and ailed hide set aflame. But we must remove it from these ruins before the Dominion returns. Did Rúvitar remove your hands then? A joke, my friend. None shall touch the Nemec egg until I'm certain this isn't some kind of Dominion trap. Please, stand back. This will require all my concentration. Stay vigilant, yes? I can hear the Nemec egg. Such rage.
Vice Canon? Is everything all right? The Nemec egg holds her in some form of trance. We must wake her. What happened to the Vice Canon? No doubt Rúvitar's doing. May his corpse dry to a husk. We must wake the Vice Canon before the Nemec egg tears her mind apart.
Wondrous. You touch the Nemec egg, yes? Then our minds join within the Hist itself. Hmm? Oh, I'm more concerned with the state of the Hist than our safety. Don't you see?
If we heal the damage to the Hist from within, perhaps the Nemic Egg will recover from Ruvitar's blasphemies. I suspect we find and remove whatever afflicts the Hist. I'm embarrassed to say I have no idea how. Before your arrival, I found myself racked with pain. Now all is calm. The Hist's subtle way of indicating you should lead, yes? They don't appear to be part of the Hist. Perhaps a vestige of Ruvitar's experiments. If so, we should remove them, yes? Possibly. Looks like we must get to the heart of the matter and leave no corner unexplored to solve it. You've done it. Did you feel the air shift? There's something here, but I can't put my claw on it. No matter.
Butchered. Their blood poisons the ground. The work of those who serve, or those who forget their place. We'll rend the swamps barren before they tear our roots from the earth. We feel our brother's rage, but do not understand. He says the Dark Elf Vice Cannon tried to destroy the eggs at the hatching pools. What does this mean? Our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker.
Our thoughts turn against us. Who else would have the will but the Fleshwalkers? Is it time for the Song of Sithis to bring the void? Shall they taste fear, and then nothing? Our brother's thoughts roil like thunderheads, yet we do not understand. He says the Vice Cannons shed their skins like water snakes to hide their intentions. Where is the truth in that? Then we leave our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker.
We heard the wails, felt the trembling of roots. But what our brother says of the Fleshwalkers, it cannot be. Our brother's fear spreads through the roots. He claims the Fleshwalkers boil our blood in vats of iron, all at a Daedra's command. Where's the truth in that? Then we leave our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker.
What's happening? Everything fades away.
Small one, leave the rot memory. Come to us and speak. Fleshwalkers rarely visit our dreams, small one. The walls of your thoughts bring warmth to our own. Soon we awaken, to nourish ourselves back to health. You must leave, or be dashed against our dreams. When you quickened our dream, we knew her great purpose and sent her beyond the dream. But you, we could not send you just yet. You healed the wounds inflicted by the Fleshwalker Ruvitar, small one. The Hist shall dream of you always. In seasons to come, we'll grow and blossom. Our roots will mingle with the withered roots of our brothers. They will heal as we do. You've made our future whole. Go now, and be blessed.
Alive and kicking, I see. As for me, I feel a decade younger. Can you see the healthy shimmer to my scales? You no doubt have questions. Please, ask. It's the least I can do after your help. After my soldiers retrieved us from the ruins, I was asked to bring the Nemic egg to the Pact, hence the ship. It soon departs Shadowfen for Skyrim. Zuth, does your head hurt? Oh, mine feels like an overused drum. Did you feel the hist slip inside your mind? Such strangeness within my head. Thoughts I didn't think myself. Listen to me, going on like I'm freshly hatched. They call me a hero of the Pact. That's the plan. The meeting will take place in Skyrim instead of Mournhold. The Nord ruler has his own artifact to contribute to the moot. Time to set sail for the land of ice and snow. Of course, your presence is requested. That's what happens when you attract fame and fortune. Unless you plan to run across the sea, I suggest you find the boatmaster.
Best not to swim in the swamp water. Why not take a boat instead? Yes, your ship is ready, and a fine one it is. Very few rats, plenty of fruit. Let me know when you're ready to set sail. Best not... Yes, your ship is ready. Good. Follow me, please.
so much. Can't keep fighting. We need help. Our village is under attack.
The swamp. My friends and I were scavenging, as we always do, when the Horvors and Stranglers went mad. There are dangers in the swamp, yes, but we've been dealing with them since we were hatchlings. Something is wrong.
I don't know, but Treeminder Nexith might. He's been in Zalithics as long as I can remember. If anyone knows what's wrong with the swamp, he will. Look for the Treeminder in his hut. He's usually there, consulting with the elders or communing with the Hist. The sooner you talk to the Treeminder, the better. I'm not sure how much longer we can keep these creatures out of the village.
Somebody come.
Ah, the corruption. It's too strong. Who are you? If you're allied with the Daedra, I'll send you back to Oblivion screaming. Kaok, you come at an opportune time, stranger. The Hist must have guided you. Daedric energies permeate the swamp, overwhelming the power of the Hist. I tried to commune with the spirits, but you can see from the state of my hut how well that went. I must perform a ritual of clear sight, but I can't do it alone. I have a potion that must be placed in the ceremonial jars at the base of the stele surrounding the Zanmir. I'd ask my hunters, but most of them are wounded or fighting the beasts. It won't be easy. When I tried the simpler version of this ritual, the Daedric force nearly destroyed me. I can't imagine it will allow you to place the components easily. Be careful in the swamp, especially around the stele.
Roar.
Look out! This is a disaster. Some scavengers are lost in the mire, and I can't spare anyone to go look for them. Any chance you can help me? Zalithix relies on scavenging for its livelihood. Instead of hunting their usual prey, stranglers now attack the scavengers. I'm a scavenger, not a warrior. Look around us. The stranglers attack everything that moves, whether it can resist or not. Can you help the few fighters we have left? Be careful of the Horvors. They're the giant tick-like creatures burrowing through the muck. Usually they're a nuisance, but lately the bloodsuckers have been downright dangerous.
These strength.
Thanks for rescuing our scavengers from those crazed plants. We could still use your help. Well, Nimble Knuckles asked me to ask for your help, if you've got time. A strangler's barb hit Nimble Knuckles, and she dropped her bow in the muck. She's a bit shy about asking you directly. Please look for it. It must be in one of the trash piles. Is that... Zuth! You found my bow. I thought I'd lost it forever to the mire. When you have so little, everything you have carries meaning. I erect the spine of gratitude for helping me.
I heard fighting below. Are you all right? Zuth, I should have known. The stench of oblivion permeates this bog. You placed the potions, though, I can tell. The miasma around each Steely has cleared up, at least temporarily. Yes, with the power of the ancients behind me, I can discover the exact nature of our enemy. Perhaps then, we can discover how to cleanse the swamp of this foulness. Stand back. This may be dangerous. Talk to me when I'm done. Spirits of the bog. Creatures of nature. Show me your wounds. Reveal your injury. Namira, I revere thee. Namira, I serve thee. The Daedric corruption is strong. I was nearly overwhelmed, but at last I've pinpointed the source. They attack our heart, our soul, our memories. They're attacking our history. We must free it at once. I must stay here to keep the Daedra back. Go to the history, near the center of Zal Ithix. During my trance, I saw what they did. Namira's minions placed a relic there. It poisons the swamp. Unearth the relic. It's buried at the base of a nearby stele. Once you have it, you'll need to climb the winding road to a tall ritual site that overlooks Zal Ithix. There, you should be able to use it to stop Namira's minions.
Mortal. You're the mortal who's interfered with my creatures in the bog, aren't you? Don't bother to tell me your name. You won't need it if you continue to trouble me. Who am I? You could not hope to comprehend my true nature, filth. Think of me as an aspect of the Lady of Decay and rightful ruler of all spirits. I claim this land and all within it. None may defy me. Those cold-blooded primitives fell once, they can fall again. I will show them that their spirits of the Hist are pale shadows compared to me. Now, leave my hand where it lies. Abandon your foolish quest. What help can you give them, mortal? I cannot strike you down, but my minions are more than enough for the likes of you. Even those foolish Hist worshippers recognize that. They won't even approach this part of Zal Ithix. What? How did he know? Mortal, if you attempt this, my creatures will overwhelm you. Nothing will stop me from taking Zal Ithix. Abandon this foolishness, and you may yet live. My lesser minions barely slowed you down. I'm impressed. But you're too late. I've already begun the ritual. Once it ends, my corruption will spread throughout Zal Ithix. Only if I give you time to use it. Come forth, my corruption. Be manifest and destroy this worm.
You've done it. Namira's been defeated. Look, the miasma is clearing. A few Dremora still lurk along the road, but their hold on Zal Ithix is broken. When you banished Namira's corruption, you allowed me to reconnect with the Hist throughout Zalithix. There is still work to be done, but thanks to you, we can now complete the cleansing. Thank you. You will be remembered. The source of the corruption is gone. Our swamp is whole once more. Thank you again. You are welcome to stay in Zalithix, of course. We've still got some cleaning up to do. I recommend you avoid the high road, though. There's still Jamora lurking there. You might explore outside Zalithix. I understand there's some ancient ruins nearby, between here and Hismir.
Yeah!